Hi, my name is Andrius Polonikas, and with that name, you could tell I'm not from around these parts. I came from Lithuania when I was about 6.5 years old. My mom brought me over here, telling me that we were going on vacation. I've been on vacation ever since, I guess. Basically, I'm here to tell you about my craft, and my craft is art. I started by doing 12 by 12 panels, and these 12 by 12 panels are mostly animal inspired and cute female inspired too, which I still enjoy drawing to this day. I mostly specialize in acrylic art, and I enjoy putting a lot of different patterns and different colors into my artwork. This piece of art is called Whalewood, and he's actually done on top of the tabletop. The tabletop was recycled, so I like to use a lot of different materials in my artwork. I don't like to just stick to canvas or, just stick to one color. I like to do different colors and lots of different dynamic patterns. The next painting I have up is actually done on glass, and you can see kind of the evolution of my patterns and color schemes, a lot more different gradients, a lot of different more color combinations to it, and I kind of wanted to continue that color combination into my later work and styles. I also like to include just a crazy amount of detailed patterns. Sometimes they get me in trouble, and I end up spending like 2 months just on pattern work. Sir Puffin and York was a sticker series that I did for York, and the peacock I did actually for my wife as brownie points while we were dating. From there, I kind of wanted to include a little bit more into my artwork, so I started including lettering into my patterns. This piece is called the Green-Eyed Sea Robin, and if you notice in the background what looks like water, it's actually the genus species of the actual fish itself written in the background. Oh. Also, some of my artwork, a lot of it actually, is inspired by music. Sugar Free Jazz, I don't know if you guys know the creator of that one, is Soul Coughing, one of my favorite bands, and the other one here is inspired by the Beatles. Once again, I'd like to take different styles and put it into a nice contemporary style that I can make my own. I don't really like to stick to one genre. I go for kind of like cartoony line work, maybe 2-3 colors, into something that's pure watercolor and a portrait with no black lines, kind of like adult art if you must. I also like to continue the whole use of the lettering system into my illustrations. The Parliament Owl I did as a poster for the Parliament in York. The Hell and Hellcat I kind of did as a kind of fun little whim to the Seven Gates of Hell of York. And Old School is just, if you like video games, you'll like that sticker. Taking from the words and my inspiration from music, I also wanted to create art that came into my head from just hearing lyrics. And the lyrics I painted into the paintings that the mental image flashed into it. So it's kind of like a collusion of the lyrics from a song and what I see in my head to make a painting, Recently I started doing works with iridescence. Iridescent paint is neat because when you look at it from one angle it might be dark, if you look at it from another angle it might be light, and that tells a story in a painting itself. Taking it from the little things that I do, I'd like to show you some of the bigger things that I do. This is a mural that I did for Studio 117 downtown, and I wanted to capture basically what music is in this mural. The whole theme of it is that goosebump feeling that you get from music, so I wanted to incorporate as many instruments as I can. I think I did a pretty good job because I kind of ran out of instruments. Then I went really big, and this is one downtown in Timeline Arcade, and I think it's my biggest to date. Mario there is about 20 feet tall, and he was kind of hard to do, 20 feet on a ladder on your tippy toes. From there, I kind of was given an opportunity to do windows, and with that opportunity I said, yeah, this is great, I'll totally do it, not thinking that painting on glass, I have to do it backwards in reverse with acrylic paint that's not meant to stick to glass. And I was like, okay, well, I could probably do that. So to show you what kind of goes into the process of one of these windows murals, it starts with a concept sketch. I usually sketch it out black and white, and then it goes to whoever wants me to do the mural for approval. They usually make their changes to there, and I kind of submit a really kind of like work rule, this is how it's going to look. And from there I try to make it as close to what I showed them as possible, painting backwards and in reverse. They're not meant to last, they're only acrylic paint, and on glass it's just going to come apart. But the cool part is I get to, from each project, I get to keep the whole mural. And this is actually the whole entire mural. So I brought all the murals I did along with me if you guys want to hold them. They fit in your hand, pretty neat. So then I'm like, what do I do now? From there, I went into installations. Luckily, the Parliament of York for Spring Forward hired me to do some installation work. The first one I did was basically for York Revolution, and the neon glove and baseball diamond there is actually from an old Hollywood video that closed down. I was lucky to salvage the scrap from that and create something completely new. The most recent one I did for them basically took the idea of creating from destruction. So the model that's on top of this big mound, the mound is actually made out of tiny little miniatures that I created out of bricks that I found in the backyard or wood that I found in a construction site, just completely destroyed things that I made renewed. What I'm doing now is kind of experimenting. This is one of the experiments I'm currently doing, which takes CMYK printing, so basically what your printer prints, and using the same concept but suspending oil paint into resin. So what makes the actual image itself is the CMYK layers floating in resin. So that's little, but hopefully it'll do something big. Other than that, I've been experimenting with all the junk I have. The stork is made out of a hard drive, and seeing where I could go from there. So hopefully I can make a lot of cool, weird, more art and keep going with it. But thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you guys enjoyed.